I have your video for you. Quite a bit of stuff here. You can do all of this at once, or you can do it in bits and pieces. This is all based on your assessment. It does require some equipment, bands, maybe some light weights, and a stability belt if you have it, or if you want to have an extra small one here. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with a hip stretch. And that is on one leg down, one leg up, and you're going to lean forward. I'm going to do one round of each thing. Now, all your stretches are one round. All your exercises are more than one set. So the stretches, everything will be in real time. So the very first part of the video you can do in real time. And we're going to switch sides. All you're doing here is you're just leaning forward. I mean, you'll start to feel a stretch here in the hamstrings, here in the glutes, piriformis. From your video, there's a lot of tightness in that area. So we're holding them all for about 20 seconds. Now we're going to take an adductor stretch, but we're only going to do this stretch on the right side. When you're squatting, your hips are going to one side. So that means that there is muscles that are tight that are driving you one way, muscles that are weak that are keeping you from being able to go the other way. So we're going to do that adductor stretch that we've done in class, where the feet go wide, one slightly in front of the other one goes back, out. Now we're going to bend the left knee so we stretch the right adductor muscle inside here. You want to keep your back straight, up and down, and you just bend that knee until you feel that stretch on the inside. All stretches are going to be held for 20 seconds, so as you get to memorize this, or if you get to a point where you memorize it, you're going to hold each stretch for 20 seconds. And come on up. What we're also going to do now is we're going to go to the wall. So I'm going to rotate the camera. So it's going to be a little crazy camera work. And next we're going to do just a standard calf stretch. So one leg back, one leg forward. I want you to keep the back, don't bend this back knee. Keep this back knee straight. Bend the front knee. Push into the wall. Try and keep this back heel back here on the floor as you do it. If you can, if it comes up a little bit, as you continue to do the stretch, eventually you'll be able to get that heel all the way down to the floor. After 20 seconds, we'll switch sides. So you're doing both sides in this stretch. Hold that stretch, keep that heel on the floor, push into the wall and release. Alright, we're going to go over to the doorway. Hi. So, this is a stretch we've done before. You've seen it before. This is one where you line up on the doorway and you line your elbow and your shoulder and you lean forward. I know this isn't necessarily for the knee. There are some back compensations too. We got to balance everything out. We're going to keep that whole body healthy. So a little bit of tightness in the shoulders, not as much as most people. Your arms did drop a little bit, fall forward a little bit during your squat assessment. And there was a little bit of a forward lean, so that tells you there's some tightness in the glutes and then, basically in the butt area. So we want to fix that stuff. So after 20 seconds, switch sides, go to the other side, elbow along. If I'm going over or under 20 seconds, just do what you can. I'm not really timing it, it's all approximations here. From flatten. And there's a timer right there on the camera. Like a follow. Alright, so we're going to go back over to the mat. So we're doing another rough camera travel. Get it set back up over here. Sorry, I don't have 9 camera angles. So the next stretch we're going to do is a swan or pigeon pose. This has helped Mary with her knees, with her hamstrings, helped my mom with her back, with her hamstrings, with her knees. And this is a stretch that people should do every day. So you start, in my opinion, including myself, you start out in a down dog, and you bring this right knee up to the right wrist. Let the legs flare out. So, let me show you again. Right knee slides the right wrist, leg flares out, and you come down on it. Now this is the easiest form of it. If you're really, really tight here, you can put a block or a pillow right here underneath your glute. But if you're not feeling a whole lot of tightness, you can go all the way down to the floor. At this point, when you're doing this stretch, don't hold tension in your body. Let it all go. Let everything sink towards the floor. Let your heart sink towards the floor. Let your head sink towards the floor. 20 seconds, we're going to hang on the other side. Now, if you're doing just this stretch alone by itself, you can do it for a minute and a half. If you're just doing something, do something in the morning. If you're doing as part of the whole program, just do it for about 20 to 20 seconds. So now we're on the left side. The left knee comes up, slide it behind that wrist. Rock the back leg, come down. And let everything sink towards the floor. Heart, head, shoulders, everything comes towards the floor. We're going to do a couple more stretches. I've got a lot more stretches than most people have here. We're going to basically spin out of this, put the butt on the floor. We're going to do a very simple hamstring stretch, but only on the left side. This is another one where you only take out one side. We're going to do a half butterfly. So bring that right leg in. And reach over that left leg. Get met, the left hamstring. Up. You got one more. If you happen to have a foam roll at home or you're here at the class and you want to use a foam roll, I always suggest foam rolling the upper back. I can figure out what I do with it. There it is. I got a client here, so all my stuff is everywhere. So you're going to lay on it, bridge up, hips go up in the air. And you just want to find a spot that's tight. You know how this thing works. We used it before. Find a spot that's tight, hang out in that spot. Find your spot, and now this you're going to hold for 30 seconds. So like I said, if you don't have one, you can do this with a rolling pin too, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think of what else you could use. works really well for this. You could theoretically do it with two tennis balls, and I don't have them with me, but I can show you in person. There's a lot you can do with 2 tennis balls to work out a lot of posterior back issues. I mean, from your shoulders all the way down to your calves. So you're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds. Apparently I'm very tight. I'm gonna get my massage early this week. Alright, so those are the stretches. At this point in time, if you're just doing the stretches, you can stop it right here. But if you want to do the full workout, we're going to go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 exercises. I'm going to do 1 set of each, but I want you to do 2 to 3 sets of each. You can get away with 3, you're strong, you've been working out with me for a while, so you've got the strength to do it. The very first one is balance. And we're going to get a little practice with this in class tonight. What you're going to do is you're going to balance on one leg. And you're going to either hands on the hips or hands out to the side. Move forward, side, back. Forward, side, and back. 3, 3, 3. And you do 8. 4, 4, 4 in each direction. 5, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6. Now if you need to, you lose your balance, you can always tap down, come back up. 7, 7, 7. And if it's really, really easy, 8, 8, 8. You can put something underneath. You can stand on a pillow. You can take a blanket, fold it over, a towel, fold it over, as long as it doesn't slide out from underneath you. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. 2 more. 7, 7, 7. This is working on that ankle strength. 8, 8, 8. So working on that ankle strength is going to help with supporting the knees. 80% of non-contact knee injuries or knee issues are caused by hip and ankle dysfunction. So by working on the hip, by working on the ankle, we provide more protection for the knee. I mean, the knee is a joint more than anything else. So there's not a lot of muscles that you can work at the knee. It's all the muscles that support that knee, that work towards that knee. Because for every one muscle, I'm sure you know this, every one muscle that moves, it takes 3 other muscles to work either synergistically with it, asymmetrically with it as a stabilizer, or as something to act against it so it doesn't go too far in the wrong direction. So at this point in time, you can take 2 more of these. You could have done them while I was yapping, probably. But if you haven't gotten that done yet, go ahead and pause it. And when you're ready, come on back. So now I'm going to move into a single leg calf raise. Now the rest of everything else, we're going to do sets of 12 of. The very first one was sets of 8. Everything else is sets of 12. The very first, so this next one is just a calf raise. And I'll show you my nice white socks with my black shoes. It's perfect contrast. You're going to stand on one leg. And you're going to raise up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to switch to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so go ahead and take another 1 or 2 sets of that, and then come on back. And now we're going to go into a squat to row. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can do it out in the air, but I always suggest doing it with a stability ball if you've got one. So, I've got one of my stability balls. I'm going to grab a couple of weights. You can also do this with bands, like we used to do in the park. You can do it with bands wrapped around a tree or a post or whatever you got. If you got a railing or something. But putting the stability ball on your back is going to keep your back straight up and down. And we're going to go over over that in class today. We're talking about form for squats. So what you're going to do is just squat, go in, come up. Again, you can do this with a band. 2, or you can do it with cans of soup. 3. Of course, you don't be doing it with a can of Coke anymore. 4. 5. You want your feet right underneath your hips. 6. And if it's causing any knee problems, if it hurts to squat with the ball in your bag, bring your feet up further. We're going to finish this up. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Last one. 12. Go ahead, pause this video, take another couple of sets. Meet me back here. Now we're going to go into a floor cobra. You can do this floor or ball. This is more for the back than it is for that knee. But all you're doing, laying on the floor, coming up. Bring your arms back. It's like half a Superman. Feet stay on the floor.
I'm a princess cut from marble, smoother than a storm. And the scars that mark my body, they're silver and gold.
Last one. 12. Good. And rest. Take another couple of sets with that. And when you come back, we're going to have we're going to do some more squats. Lots of squats for those knees with resistance bands. So you'll need a resistance band or a TheraBand tied off. Now we've got the ball on the back again. And we're going to put this band around the knees. You want them above the knees. So my kneecaps are right here. You want it a good inch or 2 inches at the most, 1 inch at the least, above the knees. If you're wondering what this awesome song is, it's Bored. Can't think of the name off the top of my head, but I'm Bored. So what you're going to do now is you're going to squat. And you want these bands to be tight enough where they're causing resistance as you're trying to push your knees out. Good. Take 2 to 3 more sets. This is going to help strengthen the abductor muscle from the outside of the leg. Now we're going to take it with a ball bridge. Now, I'm going to try and keep my head's probably going to go out of the shot here. But you're going to bridge up. It's going to help strengthen the core and work on those adductors, which are going to help support the knees as well. So you're here and up, here and up, always pushing out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so we're done with the band. We've got 2 left. We're going to do one thing on the left side, we're going to do one thing on the right side. Again, working on that shift. That shift can come from carrying things on one side or the other, sleeping on one side as opposed to the other. It's actually best to sleep on your bed. I know I say that, you'll do it yourself, but sleeping on one side of the body can cause a lot of imbalance, cause a lot of tightness on one side as opposed to the other. So we got to fix it a little bit. The very first thing we're going to do is for the left adductor, the inside of the leg. Have you ever seen that bird dipping with the water in the butt? Water in the butt. We're going to do that, but only on the left leg. So what happens here, stand on one leg, And you can do the 2 weights in here, you can do without the weight. You stand on one leg, in this case it's the left leg. You're gonna slide them out and come back up. So you've got 2 weights. Now weights make it easier. Anchor you to the ground a little more. 5.
Click the banner on your screen now to listen.
6. I'm a little unstable on this leg right now. 8. I'm really feeling that on the inside of this leg. Unless kind of think that's 10, we're going to do 2 more. Make sure you do 12. 11. 12. Good. Rest for a little bit. Take 2 more sets. Pause it. Come on back. We're going to do something really simple here on the right side for your last exercise. We want to work the gluteus medius. It's the middle, obviously the middle of the butt. You want to put some strength in your butt. Ignore that. Edit that out. Alright, so you're going to do like straight up Suzanne Summers, Jane Fonda leg lifts on this side. Now if you want to make this harder, take that band, of course I untied it, but take that band and wrap it around and do your leg lift. So you might only get up this high, but you're going to take that leg band up and you're going to take 12. I have not been counting. This is going to help work the gluteus medius. The gluteus medius is direct support to the knee and the low back. What's likely happening with your knee is there's muscle compensations. There's muscle compensations in your hips, there's muscle compensations probably in your ankles as well as in your low back, and then it all transcends down into the knees. So take another couple rounds with this, at least 1 more round, if not 2, of your Jane Fonda leg lift, and you're done with your corrective exercise stuff. So again, you can do the stretches. I would suggest doing the stretches every day. And I suggest doing the exercises every other day. So every 48 hours, try to have that time in between. Give your body time to recover from what you did to it last time. So, I'll see you later.